Hi everybody, it's Amy at CraftyCat, and I am back to play in our all-in-one winter journal. Last time we did this little decorative piece on the front, decorated up the tag by putting a snowflake and some glitter and fabric up there. You can see I've stitched around it now, so that one is all set to go. We added the lace at the bottom of this pocket, and this pocket, everything in here basically is in the all-in-one kit as far as paper goes, except for the coffee dyed paper, tea dyed paper, and you know, like the embellishment type things. These trees aren't in there, but any of the normal digital looking pieces are in this kit. And somebody was asking me about the spine. Oh, I wanted to put some lace on the spine anyway. So this is all part of the piece that's in the kit. So all I did was take the piece, cut it out of its piece of paper. That when you print it out, there's like a little border around it. So you're going to cut that out, and then I glued it. I glued the front piece to a piece of manila file folder, and then I flipped over that piece of manila file folder and I glued on this background paper that also comes in the kit. And things are falling out now. And then once it was completely dry, you have to make sure it's completely dry, because otherwise you'll get weird fold kind of marks when you fold it. That's why you want it to be all the way dry. And then you'll just score it with a scoreboard on these lines that are on it. So it's not difficult. You'll just score it right on those lines. And then I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which there's lots of videos for sewing in signatures, and I even have some on my channel. So if you just put in sewing in signatures, you'll be able to see how to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. It's like probably the most common stitch for making journals. So that's how I did that. I stitched in my signature pages. So I'm just going to add a little tacky glue. So we're just going to kind of do some more decorating here. We may finish it up, I don't know, but anyway. So how are you guys doing? I hope you are fabulous. I am doing good, except I just realized I forgot my little book. I'm so bad at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. So I will pause momentarily and go grab that after I get this set on here, so that I can say hugs and blessings to you guys, because you're awesome. And I try to spread the love, you know. I mean, so that everybody gets a chance to get a hugs and blessings if you're commenting regularly. Any activity on the channel helps my channel, so I thank you for everybody who comments and likes and subscribes and all the stuff. If you talk to each other, everything, all that stuff helps. So I'm going to pause for just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So I want to say hugs and blessings to Brenda, Denise, and Nellie. I thank you guys so much for, like I said, all your kind comments and always watching and commenting and all of those things. So I thank you so much. You guys are awesome. So I've just, as you can see, trimmed off the extra, and now that will have to dry. So hopefully it'll dry. I probably should have done that last, but if it falls off, I'll glue it again. Okay, so what we're going to do today is just add some more goodies. Oh, I'll show you. I did add this little piece of, it's kind of like jewelry piece that's in the kit. So I added that to that. On these two, this is a journaling card and this is a tag. I just added a little bit of lace, stitched all the way around this one. This one I just stitched the fabric, the polka dot fabric at the top. So those are all ready to go. And then over here, we're going to do one of these kind of clustery, what do you call them? I don't know. it's going to be a pocket. So it's not just going to be a cluster that you glue onto the page entirely. It's going to be a pocket. So it's a little different than those tags that we made in some of the challenges, whatnot. I'm sorry if there's any bad words on there, because I know that book is not great, but it's kind of aged, and so I do like it as far as color, not content. And then this is just a piece of dictionary page that has a little bit of gesso on it. So what you guys up to? Anything exciting? It's my hubby's birthday today, so I thank all of you who mentioned and said happy birthday to him. And I'm sorry I did not do a Watercolor Wednesday yesterday. I cannot find my glue. Just a second. I just got busy. Well, I did some cleaning up, believe it or not, since I couldn't find my glue. But I did some cleaning up, and I also was looking for bits and pieces for, let me grab it, this journal, my reason for the season one. And so I've got, you can see lace and all kinds of stuff here. But then I made a cover. This is just an Amazon packaging. You can hear it. It's the paper one, not the plastic one. I like the paper one a little bit better. And just some fabric that I had in my stash. And this is also fabric that I had in kind of a pretty silky lace. I do not know what kind of fabric that is. I am not a guru on that. But I put some batting down first onto the paper packaging, glued it down, and then I put the fabric over, and I took the fabric all the way around. You know, this front piece, you can see the fabric goes all the way around the edge. Sorry, I cut glue all over me. And then I took the pink fabric and I cut it with pinking shears and stitched around. So that's what I have so far. And then I'm going to have this doily on here. And I'm going to stitch this lace to the doily. And it'll be a piece that comes off or stays on. You know, you use the lace to tie the journal closed. And then when you're using it, you can just take all that off and use your journal. So that's where I have gotten to on that. So that's kind of what I was doing yesterday. So I'm sorry I wasn't around. I could not, for the life of me, come up with anything to paint, even though there's a million things. I just, you know, some days I just can't get it together. I don't know. I apologize, but such is life, right? So that's what I was doing yesterday. It wasn't anything earth-shaking. Oh, my niece, I wanted to tell you guys, she had that second test, and I don't totally understand all this, but they're basically checking to see if she has lost any more amniotic fluid, and she has not, and is not. So she is all cleared for I mean, she's not all cleared. She's still on bed rest, but she already works from home, so she can go back to working because she sits, you know, she sits at a desk all day, so that's not an issue. And then she also doesn't have to have, like, somebody with her 24 hours a day, you know, sitting there with her to make sure that if she has any problem, they can get her to the hospital. So that is also excellent because that's very hard to do. You know, her husband works, obviously, full time. And so, you know, she has to, like I mentioned, I might go down. But now I'll probably wait until the baby's born because that's the fun stuff, right? So, I mean, if she needs me, I'll go down, definitely. But, you know, if she's doing good and stuff, then I'll probably wait until the baby's born. So that is excellent, excellent news. I thank you guys for all your prayers and will very, very happily accept any prayers. Believe me, we can all use them, right? Just to keep her and the baby healthy and safe because, oh my goodness, talk about terrifying. So I thank you guys so much for, oh my gosh, I just like flipped that right off of the page there. Let me grab it. And onto the floor. So I just have, like, this is a piece of a hanky. I think this was some kind of table runner or something, old vintagey bits. So I'm using those. And then this image is from TaylorMadeJournals, her German scrap that I linked last week, and I'll try to remember to link it again. If I forget, just remind me, because I'm dingy like that. Yeah, so that's what this is. I don't have this piece in my kit, but it is in hers, and it's adorable, and she just looks so, I mean, she's very happy, but brr, all that ice on her. And then I had just this New Year little bit I thought I would stick on there somewhere. So that's what we have. But yeah, I just, oh my gosh, I am just so thankful. Holy cow. I'm going to use tacky glue. And then I might stop and stitch it. I didn't even think about that part. I always like to stitch if there's fabric, just because I don't use fabric glue. What side? I think it's this side. Yeah, so I do try to run at least just a straight stitch down through it to make sure that it stays where you want it. So, oh, such a blessing. Oh my gosh. I just thank you guys so much for your prayers, because I'm telling you, that was a case of needed prayers for sure. How that miracle, yeah, just huge, because it was not looking good. So I thank you, thank you, thank you. So appreciate it. If you hear my smoke detector go off, I kid you not, I'm about ready to throw hands with those things, because I have changed all the batteries and I can't figure out which one keeps beeping, and I keep taking them down and taking the batteries out so they don't beep at all, just to try to figure out which one is the problem, and they keep beeping. And I am just, I've had it. And we just replaced those in, I think it was last year when we got back from our cruise, because they beeped like the whole time we were on our cruise. My sister couldn't get to one of them and stuff, so. And then we came back and they were all messed up, and I don't know, same sort of thing. I don't want to get new ones again. I'm just like, come on. Can anything just work for more than a year anymore? We had our first set of detectors for 15 years. It's like, why now do they only last a year? Anyway, very aggravated with that, because it just won't stop, and it like does it all night, and does it, you know, and I cannot figure out what the problem is. I mean, you know, if you didn't have to rely on them, I'd just take them all out. But they're kind of important, so. Especially, I think about this room with all the paper and fabric and crap in here, and it's like, yeah, definitely need a smoke detector. Okay, I'm going to go, well, actually, I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. And we will put our backing on this, because this is a little piece I'm going to put inside there, I think. I was also considering, where'd he go? Oh, the gentleman. Or do I want to make an up tuck spot? I think I might try an up tuck spot. So we'll turn this. This is from my Reason for the Season, Volume 4. Oh, no, you know what I did, you guys? I set this on this paper, and it wasn't all the way dry. That's okay. Yeah, Reason for the Season, Volume 4. So that's what this piece is from. But you can use any ephemera you have. I'm sure if you've been making journals for a while, or if you haven't been making journals for a while and you're doing this as your first ever kind of exploration, you can print any of the tags again. So that's super handy too. So, or you can, you know, make one just using some of the background paper or whatever. Oh, I probably should have put some book page in there too, but oh well, too late now. It'll just be not as super duper thick. And this, I think I'm going to pretty much leave as it is, just because I like, you could put a picture in there, or I don't know, whatever. Right. yes, that is what I got going on at the moment. I'm just getting excited. I know, I can't believe I'm saying it because it's something I never say, but for December, because my son will be back. I mean, I think he'll come down for Thanksgiving too, but like, you know, more permanently. I mean, he won't live with us here at the house because it's still about 40-minute drive to the university. Not that that's, you know, awful. It's just the freeway here now is like a version of HE double hockey sticks, and so I really don't want him driving that drive every day and all the time. So I would prefer, he wants to live with friends anyway, which of course that makes sense at his age. He doesn't want to live with mom and dad. So yeah, that is what we got going on. And what is it that every time I do a video, oh, I was going to stitch this, Lordy be. Well, I'm going to pause and stitch that, so before I mess up and glue it on without doing that like I did with other pieces. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have my little pocket sewn so I can glue it on before I mess up and glue it down without stitching. You don't have to stitch. I just really, I would just suggest using a fabric type glue. That's all. I mean, I've never had any trouble with tacky glue as far as things coming undone or whatever. But I just like to make sure it's going to stay there, because that would be a real bummer. I mean, eventually, obviously, we all know these things aren't going to last forever, but if you can at least get them to last a good little while, that would be nice, right? I want some kind of lace on this one, but that is so tall. That is some tall lace. That's pretty. That is so tall too, but I do like it, so I might use it. Let's see. What else do we have that would work? Oh, this might work. Just a piece of this. Yes, that will work. And then I'll stitch that later. I'm not going to worry about that because I am not gluing that down anywhere, so I won't accidentally glue it without stitching it. Because I'm super good like that. I could not see that lace on that paper. So yeah, and then that will get stitched. That will tuck right in there for a little pretty. And then this one we're going to back, and this one, so that we have a little booklet. And I finally got my sticker book that I've been waiting for, so I'm very excited because I ordered this from Amazon. Took forever, but it just has lots of fun Christmassy stickers, and they're fun, I think, to put. Ooh, look, that'll be good in the Reason for the Season kit or journal. Anyway, and they're also fun to do to from type things. So yeah, very excited, very, very excited. Everybody is going to text me because I'm doing a video. I have not been texted all day long. Just been working and getting stuff done, and nobody has texted me. But now that I turn on the camera, everybody's going to text me. My husband texted me to tell me his package was on the porch. It's like, I know, I'm trying to do a video. I mean, I looked out and saw the delivery truck. It's like, I knew it was there. Yeesh. Crazy. Crazy. I'm telling you. I don't know what he ordered, but Who knows? Now you could make these into like, you know, if you fold the tea dyed paper in half and then glue the tag on, you can make yourself kind of like a little booklet. So you've got extra writing space, which is super fun, and I like to do that. But this one I'm just going to do straight up tag style. And Posh is now awake and in here doing his thing. He's taking a bath on the stool over there. Little goofball. It is so dark here. I'm actually surprised he got up because we're getting a little bit of rain right now, but it is just ico out there today. Cooled off a lot. Which we all know that's what happens this time of the year, and I'm so sorry to all of you in Canada who have snow. Oh my gosh. I feel for you, because that is not my fave. And prayers for everyone around the world in these crazy, icky, horrible times. That's all I'm going to say about that. I just wish people could leave each other alone. Wouldn't that be fantastic? I don't understand why we feel the need to torment each other endlessly. It's just, wow, really? That's what he thinks about that. Big snort and snot and sigh. He sighs appropriately, that cat. He just is a funny one. I've never had a cat that sighs at the appropriate times until I had Sir Pasha. He will let you know what he thinks. But yeah, I just don't understand. I don't understand anything anymore. Not a thing. I really have no trouble leaving other people alone. I'm actually super good at it. Maybe I should give a class. Super good at it. Alrighty, so that is that. And then we will, you could put a few pages in here and stitch it. That would be cute. It's just a neat old, I don't know what it was originally, but little book of some kind for New Year's. Could have been a card, something like that. This might be good. This is old vintagey lace trim, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, let's do that, and I'll just put a little of this to hold its place till I stitch it. I'm not going to do anything else to that because it's just beautiful. I love that. That's the advantage of these. You really don't have to do much. That is for sure. You can keep it super simple too. If you, like I've had some people say they liked it in its simple form, you know, because they don't like a whole bunch of embellishments, then totally do that, you know, how you like it, because it is pretty. I'm thinking I might use that vintage right there. This is from my, what's it called? Bourbon Rose Digital. I need to do some more of these. I'm not much, like, I love using labels and things, but I'm not a fan of making them. In my opinion, they're kind of a pain in the rump. Or maybe it's just because I'm not very good at making the little boxes and stuff. But yeah. I know, it's probably the simplest thing in the world. I just don't really know how to do it very well. I got these from VectEasy, which is a company you can pay for other artists' work. And then I just added the words. So that made it a little easier, but I don't know what I did with that file because I'm good like that. Well, what happens is you'll know if you do anything like with digitals or anything. They hog so much space, and so then my husband and my son start complaining about our storage, which I understand because it does get out of control. And so then I have to delete stuff, and sometimes I just delete things without really thinking about it. And I think this might have been, the template for this might have been one of the things I yeeted, as my son would say, yeeted. So, yeah, oopsies. I can go look again, but that's just another thing to do. All right, so there's a little vintage, and that will look good in there, and that one's basically done because I'm not going to do anything else. I like that. Just how it is. It has all the words it needs and things. And then on this page, I thought I would use a piece of the trim and then maybe put one of these little gold, I think it's supposed to be sort of like a star there, and then she's here. I like it better with just her in there instead of her and the man because you can't see one or the other of them. So that, I don't know, just kind of, I'd like to see them both. And I'm just going to glue this straight down. You could turn it into like a belly band, put this on another piece of paper to thicken it up because it's on just 24-pound paper. But yeah, thicken it up and then kind of turn it into a little bit of a belly band. Or add it like onto some book page or whatever. I'm just going to glue it down as a decoration. And then you can still write on that page. I just have to figure out where is sort of middle. Sort of middle. And it looks pretty with that pretty lady over there. Sort of middle again. I don't want it to hang out over the edge. I'm going to turn it just a little because that one's shorter. Okay. Something like that. And those are just pieces left over. And then this is also a piece left over. Now this I am going to, I think, stick to something else because I want to turn it into like an upward tuck. I don't like to say up tuck because it reminds me of upchuck. And I don't like that word. So I say upward tuck. How's that? Is that okay with everyone? Very bizarre. It's just an awful word, honestly. And this is also in the kit, this little sort of jewelry type piece. And I'm just gonna kind of fussy tear. There's like the paper, the words and whatnot behind it. Okay. Are we going for perfect? No. We're just going for tearing it out. At least we can tell ourselves that, right? I'm really trying to keep it simple. So even if I'm adding things, trying not to make it so much that it's things that people don't have. You see what I mean? I mean, this is a great project for anybody, any level, because you can make it as elaborate or as you want, or as simple as you want. And sometimes you just get in a rut and you just want to make something that's not going to take you like 3 months or something, you know? You just want something fun to make, but not going to take you forever. This is like a perfect project because it really should not take you forever, especially if you just go with the items in it. It really won't take you very long. Oh, so I'll show you the center of it in just a minute so you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about when I say 3-hole pamphlet stitch, if you don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's all in the name, honestly, but I'll kind of give you a how I did it. And if you don't want to see that, you can fast forward. Okay, so that'll just be a little spot where he can tuck up in there. So what I am saying is I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So what you do, I put the pages into my book cradle, and I don't know where it is right this minute, but anyway, in my book cradle, punched 3 holes roughly in the middle, about 1 inch up. That's a little higher, about 1 inch down. It doesn't, especially for one signature, it's not near as big a deal as it is for multiple signatures. And then I just clipped it onto my piece, onto my cover, because my cover was already done, and just really tried to keep it in the middle, you know, which is a little bit tricky, but if you clip it, that helps. And then you just poke through those same holes. I mean, you can do them all at the same time if you don't want to do the book cradle. I just like the book cradle because it keeps them right on the spine of the signature, the holes. So, but anyway, you can clip it with some bulldog clips, then use your awl, which is a hole poking tool, poke the 3 holes, and then you, I started with a piece of this is embroidery, not embroidery, I say it every time, upholstery thread is what this is, because it's really strong. It doesn't just snap like regular thread will do. You can also use wax thread or whatever, but anyway, you go in this hole, out, I go to the top hole, come back, you know, to the middle of my journal, then I go all the way to the bottom, come out, back in through the middle, and then you have a string on either side. I tie 3 good tight knots, and I lift my journal like this. I take off the bulldog clips so that I'm making sure I'm getting the pages good and tight, because you don't want this to wiggle. You don't want these pages loose and wiggly. So that's how I do that. Okay. So that goes there. We need to back this piece because somehow I never managed to do that. I don't know that I might put a little piece of fabric on the gentleman tag. Oh, of course, it's not wide enough. I'll have to use it for a thinner tag. Just to help hold it up in the tuck spot. I don't like to add too much bulk if it's tucking into a pocket or something. That's why I don't usually put much at the bottom of tags. But in this case, because of gravity, I probably will put a little fabric of some kind at the top of the gentleman tag. But you can do it however you like it. And just use stuff you have, like, you know, thread that won't come off of your fingers. Gooey wee. A lot of my trims and stuff are newer trims, and I get a lot of mine at Hobby Lobby. But you can, wherever you get fabric or whatever, if you have fabric stores in your area, then you can do those. Or if you have some trims, use what you have. If you do have vintage ones, that's very fun. But you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of like expensive vintage. It doesn't have to be vintage. You can do some tea dyeing if you want, whatever. This one would be a good one to put a little word or something on. I'm just struggling today. Or you don't have to put any fabric at all. You can use paper tabs as well. So I always forget about paper tabs. Even though I have the whale tail punch, I usually use that for making little giveaway bits for you guys when I do an order. I got these from AJeweledDesign. That's Lorette's daughter, Jolene, has AJeweledDesign. And she has lovely clear words. You can see them very nicely. I'm just trying to decide. I think I'll do greetings. They're a little Christmassy. Like, I'm trying to sort of keep this as a New Year's journal, but of course it will go for Christmas, no problem at all, because, I mean, look at that. So, I think it's fine. But yeah, it's fun because she has these up and down ones. She has this cross. So I was kind of bummed because I bought some from a place because they were all nice calligraphy writing, like cursive, old-fashioned style cursive. But I can't get them to print very clearly, and so you can't really read what they say, so I'm really bummed about that. Made me sad. Because I had to give not a 5-star review, and I don't like doing that because I don't want, you know, but I don't want other people buying them if they're not clear because you can't read them, so. I don't know, I hate that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'll probably stitch around that. Should we put something up at the top? I don't know what I want. That would be pretty. I'm using quite a bit of white lace, but it just seems to go with this theme. I feel like you could definitely use a not white as well. An off-white is what I'm trying to say. And then I'll stitch that. Don't like the way you can see that glue though. Our lady here, what does she need? She doesn't need much because I want to be able to see her bow. I don't want to cover her bow. Maybe just a little piece of this blue. Yeah, that works. Don't want to cover the bow. Very nice. Okay, this one I added a snowflake and glitter to. I think this is pretty good done, except I want to put a little something at the top of that. I do like this. It reminds me of snowflakes, but I like it, but I don't. But I don't. How's that? I like it, but I don't. That's better. And like I said, I will stitch those so they stay. And then we have our little gent here. We're going to put some snowflakes with him. And the cold outside, which is also from Jodine at AJeweledDesign. Because let's face it, when it's January, well, at least around here, it's cold outside. Might not be where you're at, but it is here. Like painfully so. Looks about right. And I'm just gluing that straight down. I might put a little glitter on this page too. It's kind of fun to have the glitter on the January stuff. I feel like. Man, there's a flag on a pole across the street. Man, it is just whipping out there. Rainy, cold Missouri. But we don't have snow, so happy about that. Can't complain. Take it. I'm just not ready for that. Actually, I'm never ready for that, but definitely not ready now. Maybe Christmas Day. That's about the only time I'm like, okay, it's okay. Kind of tweaked that a little. Really? That's Pasha's opinion. He is I call him the heifer and peffer because he hefts and peffs all the time. I can't remember who it was. Was it Crystal? I can't remember who said, tell Pasha pss, pss, pss. And I do that to him all the time. It made me laugh because I was like, oh yeah, I tell him that all the time. That's when he's acting funny and like hides behind the couch and tries to jump out and attack me. I pss, 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 at him. Yep. I think that one's good. Oh, we're going to add some glitter, huh? So we'll just do some little bits and bobs here. I don't really like try to get super scientific about it because I don't necessarily want it to be just perfectly even. If you like that look, then do it that way. I just like to make it seems a little more realistic to me if it's not perfect, because nothing's perfect. Took me a lot of years to figure that out. Oh, really? Sir, what are you doing? You have a lot to say today? You decided, since, you know, I'm doing a video, that I should probably pay attention to you, right? Of course. Silly human. What are you doing, cat? See, it just adds a little something. How well you can see it, but that's a very Victorian thing to do, so, which is why I am doing that. They liked the glitter on their ornaments and things. I'm not going to push too hard. I added a little piece of lace here, and then these ladies need a little something on there. Well, I guess there's only one lady, because her too, but I'm not putting anything on that one, just on this one. Words. Wow, some days. Some days. Maybe just a little piece of this one. So you can see, super easy. You don't have to make this very complicated. I mean, you could go all out and put all kinds of vintagey bits and whatnot. I'm just going with that. Little bits of stuff in there. I could put a little something on that one too, couldn't I? It would work. Maybe some blue. I can't stitch this one. That's the only thing that's making me not sure. But I guess I'll try it. So I guess what I would say, if you're going to do this, I would stitch the lace on first and then glue it into the book, because I don't know how well that will stay. We'll just pray. I'll put a little bit of this. And hope. Okay, and then on the last page I had, but then I moved it, stuff that I already glittered because I thought ahead on a few things. That's one of my trees in the green, so I'm going to go ahead and put that one down. It kind of goes with this background. I have one that's almost the color of that kind of icy blue, but it sort of gets lost. So this one's a bit better. Whoa, got heavy. But you can see I already glittered that one. Don't have to glitter them at all if you don't want to. And I'm going to just put a little more glitter at the bottom. Just because I like it. It's glitter season. I just stick glitter on everything. I'm going to use this to put this on because I can't sew this either. I think it goes this way. Trying to stick it where the little X's are the most. And then we're going to use a flower right here. And then I do believe it will be done. I have to sign it, but then it shall be done. I think this one I will be giving as a gift. So this one will not go in my shop. Apologize about that. But they're so simple, you can make one of your very own. Belt is squeaking. And I glittered this little tiny snowflake already. And these are also in my shop. That's actually what I did all day, is cut snowflakes on the glue forge. Okay. So we have that one. I thought I was going to add... Maybe it was I going to put this on this one? Maybe so. Yeah, I think so. Holly. I'm like, I know I was going to put that holly somewhere. What in the world? What in the world? Very nice. So I think that's it. So I'm going to show you from beginning to end. Let me move my glittery glitter out of the way and hope I don't dump it all over the place. Okay, let me get another piece of paper so you're not blinded while you're watching this. I need to get a mat to put on this. Okay, so we have our front and our spine is dry now. And And our opening I showed you. And this little pocket of goodies. Just journaling cards and tags. And there's one of the trees in white with glitter. This little pocket. So just by adding a few bits of fabric. Oh no, Amy, you didn't. Oh, I always gotta do it because I am impatient. And it is dry, dry, dry. See how I am? Okay, so there's that little pocket that we made today. She's very cute. And then we have that pocket, that corner pocket. Really, I think this is the only one that's not in the kit. But it's, you know, easy enough to make with something from the kit you could do too. Because like this little angel would work there as well. A little strip of the trim is there, and that little star is there. This one's in the kit. I've just got little glue fingers everywhere. Okay, and then some writing space, and our little gentleman, which I will put something on him. I wonder if a piece of this would work. And then I'll stitch it as well. Eek. Skizzers. No, it's not going to stay there perfectly until I stitch it, but it'll be good because it'll help hold this a little bit up in there in the little tuck, and then these will get stitched. But they're all done. Those are in the kit. This little guy's in the kit. I'm going to stitch that before I stick it in there. And then our little pocket here. All that's in the kit except for the snowflake. And this guy's in the kit. And these pieces are in the kit. And these. Everything but the word Holly, which is Jolene's at AJeweledDesign. And our tree. And our lady. And this is all in the kit. This piece of paper from the kit. Extra. And I've had some people ask to make the topper. So this is one of the toppers for this kit. And this is the other topper. Because this piece, it doesn't come, the cover doesn't come like this. You put this topper or this topper right here. So I was asked to do a gentleman, which is a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But anyway, so I'm working on that. And so that'll be an add-on kit. And I think when I do the add-on kit, I'm just going to... oh, and more pages was another ask that I had. So I'll do a couple toppers and tags and all that. And then I think the pages I will do in full size, like regular size, like this page here, so that you could use them to back with or, you know, in another journal or whatever. I just really wanted this to be a beginner sort of kit. And so I wanted the size of the pages. I just was trying to make it very easy. But of course, you can cut down the pages that I'll be adding as an add-on. You can cut them down to fit in here as well. Or do a full-size journal. Whatever you like to do. So anyways, that is the plan. I am working on it. I don't have it done yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you make one because I really think this would be such a beautiful gift to give somebody, I feel like, especially if they like that kind of vintagey look, you know what I mean? And plus, you'll have a blast making it. So I hope you like it, and I will chat with you again tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.